Hi everyone, this is Leisha with Cooking Without Measure. I'm excited this evening about cooking because I'm cooking the meal for the outreach tomorrow at God's Storehouse, which is under the leadership of Pastor Tony Brooke Brown and her husband Deacon Brown. Every second and fourth Saturday, we go out to the community feeding the children in the community by taking the lunches or meals to their homes, and also ministering and feeding, giving meals to those that we come in contact as we're out going through the community. And then there are others who are serving at God's Storehouse, where individuals come in, they can get a meal, they can get clothing, they can get hygiene kits, Bibles, get pray, they can receive prayer and have someone minister to them while they're right there. And we also do a children's ministry on that day where the children come in, they learn a Bible lesson, do activities, and have some type of game and have some prizes, and they also receive a meal. So today I'm making spaghetti sauce. I want to share with you how I make it. I make it so many different ways, but today I'm actually making it from scratch. I am going to use my mom's base recipe because she asked me not to share her secret ingredients that she put into her spaghetti sauce. So I'm respecting that. I'm not going to share that, but I'm going to use her base that she starts with for her spaghetti sauce. Now I already browned the ground beef, already sauteed my green peppers and onions, so they're waiting to go into the sauce. I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm gonna start the sauce first, because if you start it this way, you have so many different ways you can use the sauce. You can freeze it and use it for another dish. You can add vegetables to it. You can add your meats to it. It could be ground beef. It could be ground turkey. It could be whatever your soul desires that you can add to it. So today I'm gonna start off with adding to the pot some tomato sauce. I got 2 cans of tomato sauce. Let's see if I can get this. I'm just gonna pour this into the pot without making a true mess. And I'm actually using 2 cans. What I do, I actually take the cans and add water to them, so that way I get all the sauce out of the cans. After I add the sauce, I'm going to add some ketchup. I'm going to add a bottle of ketchup. I use a fairly large bottle of ketchup, so I'm going to add that. I haven't turned the eye on yet. I'm going to turn it on after I get everything in here, because if you know when making spaghetti sauce, that it starts popping everywhere. So I'm going to wait till I get everything in here, and then I'm going to turn it on a low, like a medium low, because I don't want it popping everywhere. So I'm going to add the ketchup. One of the things I do with the ketchup, once I add the ketchup, I take some water, I put some water in here, and then I would shake the bottle up and get all the ketchup out of it. So right now, I'm just squeezing all the ketchup into the pot. And then I'm gonna go get some water and just shake it up and get all the ketchup out. And then I'm gonna stir it up so that it's mixed up pretty good. So this is the base that I'm gonna start with: the tomato sauce and the bottle of ketchup. I'm just stirring it up right now. I'm just trying to get all that ketchup out as much as I can before I put the water in it. And then I'm not gonna fill it up with water. I'm just gonna probably fill it up probably to about right here where the ketchup is, and just shake it up real good and pour that in there. And pour some water into these. No, I don't think so. I think I'm done with those cans. I'm not gonna put no water in it, because I'm gonna put water in the ketchup bottle. So, and you can use any type of ketchup that you want. Now, this is one way I do my spaghetti sauce. Believe me, I have used Ragu, Private Selection from Kroger, and even Kroger brand spaghetti sauce. So you use what you want as your base, but you can always build on it. That's what I say. Start with a base and then build on it, and you can make it however you want. Just add your own personality to whatever it is that you're making. I'll be right back. added enough water just to get all that ketchup, get as much of it as I can out of the bottle. And then it helps me when I recycle a bottle that it's almost cleaned out. So I'm going to pour this in here. All right, now I'm getting ready to turn it on. And like I said, I'm turning on a medium low because like I said, this stuff pops and it pops everywhere. Be all over the place, on you, on the stove, everywhere. So I'm gonna put it on a medium low just to get it to start cooking. So once this warms up and it starts really blending real well together, I'm gonna start adding some other ingredients. So while this is warming up, I wanted to share with you, today was market day. I went to the grocery store and I was so excited. I love going to the grocery store. Like I said, I can go to the grocery store and that right there to me is like a highlight, more so than going to the mall or any other store. So I like going to the grocery store. So I'm just gonna show you quickly. I found a little book, so this is what I use. This is my grocery shopping list. So what I do, I write my list in here, everything that I want to get, because like I told you before, I start on Sunday writing down things that I'm running low on. I add them to the list. If it's something that I can wait for, then I wait. But the things that I have run out of, knowing that I can't wait another week, I put them on the list. So I pretty much got everything on this list. But let me tell you the highlight. We was at the grocery store, my pastor and I. We was at the grocery store and I was getting some cheese and I was trying to do, Kroger has that, you buy 5 of these participating items and you can save $5 and, you get some stuff for 99 cents or everything's like a lower price, but you can save $5. So I was trying to get the cheese and the cheese was the 16 ounce, but it was still like $2.49 and the other one was like $1.99. I was feeling kind of down because I was only going to get one 16-ounce bag of cheese and one small bag of cheese. And I hadn't even gotten my block of cheese because I love getting a block of cheese. So when I met up with her, she said, so what coupon are you using for the cheese? And I was telling her. Then she said, wait, this just popped up. And it was like this super special hot deal for cheese. I want to thank the Kroger Authority for this because it happened while we were still in the store and I was such a happy camper. You can get a package of Kroger shredded cheese, any variety, the 8-ounce package that normally costs $2.99 for 99 cents. You can't even imagine my joy. I love cheese. I cook with cheese. I eat cheese. Cheese goes on just about everything that I have. So when I found out, needless to say, all the other cheese went back, I was able to get 4 packages of cheese plus a bar of cheese for $4.95. If I paid the original price of $2.99, that would have been almost $15 that I would have been spending for cheese. Not happening. That was amazing. I was so excited about that, just being able to have the cheese. And I started putting stuff back because I don't need this cheese. I'm putting this back. I'm putting this back. I started putting all the participating 5 things back. I started putting all that stuff back and I went and got that cheese. And then I was able to get some things I wanted, but I didn't actually have on the list. So I was excited about that. And what's so amazing, when I got to the register and the lady started ringing it up and I told her, I said, look, I got this on my phone. And she's like, oh, okay. Because sometimes, you got to pay attention when you go to, at any of these markets and they got those electronic coupons, make sure that stuff is coming off because sometimes it's not in the computer. And you'll sit up there and be paying regular price or find yourself trying to go to the customer service desk to get it adjusted. But I showed it to her, so it was so nice to see her taking off $2 5 times for that cheese. That's $10 that was taken off the bill. So my grocery bill was under $30. So I was excited about that. Now this is heating up pretty nicely. I'm just going to let it heat up a little bit more. Like I said, I started with the base just the base so that I can add to it. So once you have like a foundation, you can start building on it. So I build on it. One of the things I add some whipping cream. I don't add a lot. The whipping cream just kind of gives it a little smoother texture and just make it taste really good. Now I'm starting that crazy popping all over the place. I don't understand. This stuff makes a mess if you're not paying attention, because it would be all over the place. So I'm gonna add some of this. I'm not adding a whole lot. I can't even tell you how much as far as a quarter cup or anything. I'm not even adding half the bottle, so it's just gonna be just a little. Just a little. Yeah, just a little. It looks like tomato soup almost. You know how when you make tomato soup and you put milk and butter in it? That's the way this looks. You add that and tomato soup. So that's what it looks like. It has that type of look to it. So I continue to mix it in real good. And once again, I'm just going to let it continue to warm up. Because like I said, it started popping. So that lets me know it is getting warm. But I don't want it popping all over the place. So I'm just going to kind of keep stirring it and watching it. The next thing that I will be adding to it is some Italian seasoning. I think I got this from, I want to say Gordon Foods is where I got this one from. So I'll put in some Italian seasoning. I'm going to put some in here. I don't want to overpower the sauce. So I just, don't do what I did with that seasoning sauce. Use the side with the holes in it and not the open side where you can use the spoon. Because that can be a disaster when you put too much in here. So I just sprinkle enough to make a nice little circle on the top. Then I stir that in. Just let it stir in and kind of get mixed in with the rest of the sauce. Kind of blend it in as much as you can. Because I know sometimes with the Italian seasoning, it's hard to get it to blend in real good. So like I said, I already got the ground beef nice and brown. And the vegetables are they're already been sauteed. So I'll be adding that to the sauce. Now what I can do, if it's not enough, I can always add some more tomato sauce, add some more ketchup, which I have extra of, and to make it, just to make sure I have enough. Now also, this is one of my things that I put in here. I love putting the Parmesan cheese in here. I use the grated Parmesan cheese. Not sure where I got this from. I think I might have got this from Save-A-Lot, but I add the Parmesan cheese to it. I don't, I like using the grated more so than the shredded because I'm not trying to make cheese sauce. I just want to give it some cheese flavor. So I add that and just stir it in, just mix it all in. See how simple that was? It's just tomato sauce, some ketchup, your Italian seasoning. I mean, if you have any other seasonings that you want to add to it, like I said, I added some whipping cream to it. Not a whole lot, just enough to make like a little swirl in there, and then just turn it, just stir it up real good. Then I added the Italian seasoning. Didn't add a whole lot because, like I said, I don't want the Italian seasoning to overpower it. And I'm going to add a tap of sugar, literally a tap of sugar, and then I'm going to add a little hot sauce. I know you're probably saying, why are you adding hot sauce and you adding sugar? Well, it'll give you that sweet and then that tingle. So you get that little sweetness and a tingle, but it's not going to be something that would just totally overpower the spaghetti sauce. It'll just give you that little hint of sweet and then that tingle like in the back of your throat, just a little, not a lot, where it's like so hot that you can't eat it, but just enough. So once this is kind of all blended together, because it's pretty blended together, the ketchup and everything it's blended in real well with the tomato sauce. Then I will start adding the meat. But like I said, when you get it to this point, you can do different things with it. You can like I said, you can take some out, freeze it, use it for other dishes like making some type of Italian chicken with cheese and bacon in the oven, or you can use it to make mascacholi, or you can start with this and then you can add your vegetables if you want to make it a vegetarian. You can put any vegetables in here that you like. Usually when I make the vegetarian one, I'm using like the green peppers, I'm using squash, I'm using zucchini. I put those in there. Onion, I put that in there for the vegetarian. Then with the meat one, you can do it however you want. If you want to use ground beef, ground turkey, a mixture of ground beef and Italian sausage, however you want. I know some people put black olives in their spaghetti sauce, so it's whatever you want to do. It's like I said, it's always up to you. You can make it your own the recipe, make it your own, add your own style to it. I mean, it doesn't look like anything because it just looks like a pot of ketchup, but it's about the taste, and it smells so good. Just the aroma of the Italian seasoning in here just makes it smell so good. I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna taste it and see if I need to add anything else to it. One moment. I'm going to add a little bit more Italian seasoning. Then I'm going to add some sugar. And then I'm going to add the hot sauce. It does taste really good though. Don't really need any sugar in it, but I'm gonna put a little tap of sugar in it and a little tap of hot sauce in it just to give it some flavor. And then once I add the meat to it, that is gonna add additional seasoning and flavor because the meat was seasoned with my base seasoning, Lawry seasoning salt, and some granulated garlic. So I'm gonna put a little sugar in here. I am not using this whole thing of sugar. That is way too much sugar. I think I'm going to add a little more cheese to it. And now we get the hot sauce. Then I'm going to gradually start putting the meat in it. And like I said, you can make so many different dishes. Let me get the hot sauce. I know this says Texas Pete, but actually is Red Hot. Like I said, I recycle my bottles because I had a big old Red Hot bottle, and I wasn't about to buy some Red Hot sauce just so I can pour it in the bottle. So what I do, I just recycle that bottle, put that hot sauce, the Red Hot, in there. So it's coming up, it's getting hot now. I'm gonna turn it down on low and let it kind of simmer. And then I'll start adding the meat to it. Now that is good. That right there is good. So that's my tomato sauce. Not tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. I don't know if I really want to try to show you what it looks like in the pot. I would move the camera, but then I probably wouldn't be able to get it back in the right position. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, once you add your meat, once I add the green peppers, I'm going to put those in now. Once I start adding the meat to it, it's going to give it a whole nother flavor. When I sauteed the green pepper and onion with a little garlic, so it's just going to bring some more flavor out in the spaghetti sauce. So and I'll just let it simmer down some and continue to cook down. Once I start adding the meat to it, I'll just see how much, this particular pothole because I didn't want to get that big old stock pot and then it just be like a quarter full. So I'm gonna use this pot, and if I need another pot, I got another pot about this size that I can use to add some more sauce and stuff. So this is my base recipe for my spaghetti sauce. I do put the vegetables in here. Like I said, you can use this for just about anything. Freeze some, put some, put some to the side. Add your vegetables, add your meat to it. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Let me know if you try it. It's a very simple recipe. It's a base recipe. Tomato sauce, some ketchup. Then you add your seasonings, Italian seasoning. I add some whipping cream to it. I added some Parmesan cheese to it. A little sugar, a little hot sauce. That's about it. Then I added the sauteed vegetables to it. So I'm just going to let it cook down, simmer down some. Then I'm going to add the meat to it. And then let it continue to just simmer for a few minutes so that all the flavors are kind of, get blended together. And then that's I keep saying tomato sauce. This is spaghetti sauce. That let you know I'm getting tired. And then tomorrow I'll make the noodles, and then we'll be serving this tomorrow out in the community for our outreach. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, questions about any of the recipes, you can see this on YouTube. I'll share it on Facebook. But like I said, any questions about anything that I've made, feel free to comment. Feel free to get in contact with me, and I will tell you how I do it. All right? Well, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon.